Not much on the outside of the box. We have a picture of the mic, the model number, barcode, made in China, and they have a sticker on here to indicate if this has been opened or not. Alright, here we have a cable. The cable is XLR on one end, unbalanced 1/4 inch on the other. Here's the mic itself. This is a plastic housing. That screws loose. Let's take a peek underneath here. There's the capsule. There's the windscreen. It does have an off-on switch here. No literature. No mic holder for your mic stand. They printed some specs on the outside of the box. It's dynamic. The frequency response is 50 Hertz to 15,000 Hertz. It has 600 ohm impedance, which is considered low Z. They mentioned the on-off switch, the cable, and the dimensions of the mic. For the microphone comparison portion of this video, I have removed my lavalier microphone, and now I am speaking into a Shure SM57 dynamic microphone. These are, by a lot of folks, considered the industry standard dynamic microphone. They've been around for decades. They're built rock solid. They have a pretty good frequency response, 40 Hertz to 15,000 Hertz. Now, it's not completely flat like you would see on a condenser mic. There is a little bit slope off in the bass frequencies and a little extra presence around the 7,000, 6,000, 7,000 Hertz. There's a little bit extra presence on this microphone. Now, I've turned off the phantom power, as dynamic microphones do not need phantom power, but I have boosted the gain a little bit on my camera to make up for the fact that this is a dynamic microphone, which is basically a little speaker in reverse. There's a membrane called a diaphragm with a coil of wire attached to it that's wrapped around a magnet. When I talk, the membrane vibrates, the coil moves across the magnet, and it creates a current that goes through the microphone cable into my camera where it gets amplified. Now, the polar pattern on this microphone is cardioid, which means unidirectional. It's picking up the audio that's right in front of the capsule. It will reject audio that's coming from behind or beside the capsule. That's good, especially if you're in a noisy environment and you want to isolate the sound. So, this is the Shure SM57. Sounds pretty good, right? Let's switch over to the Pyle microphone. Alright, I've switched over to the Pyle microphone. The gain is set identical to how I had the SM57 set. If I find that it's too low and I boost it in post-production, I'll go ahead and tell you how much I boost it right here on a font. Unlike the SM57, they do not provide a frequency response curve for the Pyle PD Mic 1. They just say that the frequency is 50 Hertz to 15,000 Hertz, which means that the SM57 will go 10 Hertz lower than the Pyle mic. What concerns me more than the range of frequencies is where those frequencies, have peaks and dips. Does my voice have the same timbre talking into this Pyle microphone that it had with the SM57? I'm going to check it in post-production and I'll listen to it. Now, another thing, microphones with plastic housings often have a resonant frequency that is louder than the other frequencies. I'm going to tap on this microphone. And you should hear a certain frequency associated with those taps. That would be the resonant frequency of this microphone. Now, this microphone does have a cardioid pickup pattern, a unidirectional pickup pattern. So when I face it away from me, my voice should get significantly less loud. Right now I am facing away from the capsule on this microphone, so any of my voice you hear is from room reflection. In fact, I can put my hand up here and now you hear the reflection of my voice from my hand, and now you won't hear that reflection from my hand. So this is demonstrating that this has a cardioid pickup pattern on the mic capsule. So I'm going to go back and listen to how the Pyle PD mic sounds and then come back with my conclusion. I just got finished listening to the audio comparison, and indeed the Shure SM57 sounds better, but I'm still using the Pyle PD Mic 1 to demonstrate something very important, that this microphone works. If you visit an audio forum, you're going to see advice that says don't buy cheap microphones, save up your money and get something decent. Now, I'm not going to dismiss that advice outright, but we're talking about less than 10% the price of one of these for one of these. And sometimes you're in a situation where you have no microphone at all. This one is better than no microphone at all. Buy a cheap microphone if you need a microphone.
Hello everyone, my name is Gril. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Pyle PDK microphone 1. So this is a microphone that it's a cheap microphone. I'm not going to tell you guys how much it is because I just want to let you guys, I want you guys to be surprised. And this is a microphone made by, I probably shouldn't make it like that, that's kind of weird. But I'm going to use this pop filter on it, the one that I used for my BM 800. So that's why it's a little big, so it usually fits nice and snug on there. But just to show you guys, I'm going to use this pop filter right here. So this is a microphone made by Pyle, obviously, that's the company name. And I'm going to tell you guys the price now. So this microphone is $4. Like, $4. If you want it, go down in the description and get it. $4, I'm telling you. This microphone, I mean, it's obvious, you can tell it's $4 because it has an on and off switch, so you'll see. And now it's back on. It was off. And I don't want to tell you guys what I said because that'd be awkward. So this microphone is $4. It's made of plastic, and it comes with a cable, an XLR cable, but the plug-in, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's like a 6mm jack. I'm not sure, but I need a 3.5mm jack. And I thought it came with an adapter, but it didn't. I'm not holding at the right angle. It's easier to do this. So yeah, so $4 microphone. Tell me how it sounds. Tell me how you think it sounds. It's made of full plastic, and this right here, if you have an arm stand, this thing right here does not come with it. None of the pop filter doesn't come with it. Just comes with this and the microphone itself. So this is what the microphone looks like. It's silver, but it is made of fully plastic, like I said. The on and off button actually feels like really sturdy, so that's like really good. And I mean, you can't really ask for too much because remember, this is only $4. I believe this is the cheapest like handheld microphone that you can get. Like, if you know what I mean, like this, not like counting lavalier mics, but like a microphone like this. I believe this is the cheapest one you can get. And yeah, so if you like the audio quality, I really don't have anything much to say. Everything that comes in the packaging is just looks like this, and that's pretty much it. It comes with a manual. Just talks about it. You don't really need a manual. And another thing, you cannot plug this into a power supply like the Gear one right here. As you can see, it's unplugged and I'm still working because if you plug this in, it give it too much voltage and it can damage the microphone. So you want to plug it directly into your computer. But if you don't have another XLR cable, XLR to 3.5mm jack, you need to get an get an XLR 3.5mm jack, because this is, I believe, a XLR to 6mm jack, or I have no idea. Don't trust me. Just search it up. But even if you didn't have one, it's really not that big of a deal. These are like $5. So yeah, so this is what it sounds like. If you like it, once again, don't use a power supply because it can damage the microphone. All you need is to plug it right in. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not doing any editing, so if you hear background noise, that's how loud it is. I don't even really know how to edit out the background noise, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, even if I did want to try and make it sound better, I really couldn't. I'd probably make it worse. So yeah, so this is what it sounds like. Hopefully there's not too much background noise. I mean, if there is, what are you gonna expect? $4? Honestly, it probably took them more than $4 to make this microphone, because you have to put all this stuff. I don't know. I have no idea how to make a microphone, so I don't know. It could have been cheaper. I don't know. So hopefully you like the sound of this microphone. And yeah, if you want a cheap microphone for like gaming videos, I hope this is good for you. I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like. Hopefully it sounds good. It's probably not going to sound as good as this, because this was, then again, this was only $20, but still. I need to stop talking about that. But anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget, stay beautiful. Oh, once again, this whole video was recorded on the microphone itself, so just in case you're wondering. Alright, goodbye.
Hi, this is Riley Walls on YouTube, today with a review of the Pyle Pro PD Mic 1. It's a pretty good microphone you can find on Amazon for about $2.50 as an add-on item, so it's a pretty good deal. I ordered two, just opening the first one here. This is actually the live sound of that microphone. There is an on-off switch. I can turn it off and then turn it back on. I have it plugged straight into my mixer, so raw without any effects. I could, though, do noise reduction or noise whatever. I'm recording it at Audacity, so I could do that if I wanted to. But this is also with a pop filter on. I could take that off, and it sounds kind of more airy and just loud and in your face, kind of. That's why I choose to have the pop filter on. But one problem I ran into with the microphone, actually two, was I had an XLR microphone cable that I had with my other microphone, and I wanted to test it out, so I plugged it in straight into the XLR cable because I didn't feel like running in and unplugging my mixer, and just would take too long. But I did that, and then it just made so much static noise, so I figured I'll just try the built-in, not the built-in, but the included cable that came with it, which is an XLR that plugs into the microphone, and then a 1/4 cable, or 1/4 inch cable out that I plugged into my mixer, and it worked fine. I don't know what happened with the XLR cable, and if that's just my mixer or something else, I don't know what. Another thing is that whenever I was, just by accident, I put the microphone up to my computer fan, and it made some weird noise. I'm not sure what that is, but I tried it with another microphone of mine, and it didn't do anything, so I'm pretty sure it's this microphone, but I'll do that for you guys right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why it makes that weird sound. But just be wary, though, if you're going to use computer equipment around your this microphone, then might not be a good choice for you. But overall, I would definitely recommend this microphone. There is some noise to it, but definitely be good just for, like, maybe churches, events type stuff. This would definitely be good, because it's so cheap and it's affordable. It does have kind of a retro look to it, but yeah, definitely look into it. It's on Amazon for about $2.50. This, again, is the Pyle Pro PD Mic 1. Thanks again for watching, and please subscribe if this helped.
Well, there's a place